Hello everyone, this is Ahmad here. So in this tutorial I will be teaching you guys how to use Arduino, know the basics of Arduino, how to interface the Arduino and how to make projects with the help of Arduino, do programming with the Arduino, different methods of programming the Arduino. So we know that there is something called Arduino nowadays which is very popular, and we also have many of the other microcontrollers which are much more popular than the Arduino. So for example, there was a 8051 which was very popular in after the World War II. So till now 8051 had very good market, but after the Arduino came into the market, so there is lot of changes in the industrial automation system, there is lot of changes in the development, there is lot of changes observed. Okay, so you can see people having LED signboards. In this all kind of things Arduino usually comes. These signboards can be seen in the buses. So in the buses also they use a same Arduino microcontroller to display the data. So many fields are using this microcontroller. So let me just say you, this Arduino is a development board which consists of a Atmega 328 microcontroller, which is a 28 pin IC, just like a 8051 IC. Even this has a ports, inputs, outputs, okay, and power supply, crystal oscillator. So I'll be explaining everything in detail, what is ports, what is crystal oscillator, and how this IC get interfaced with the Arduino. So all these things will be explained you in the classes which I will be conducting, and this is the first class which I will be starting of Arduino tutorials. So in this class I will be showing you about different types of Arduino boards. So like there is Arduino Nano, there is Arduino Uno, there is Arduino Mega. So what are the differences in these boards and how you can use the same programs into the different boards? How can you configure any program into any board? I will be teaching you in this. Before we start, please do like, share and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Okay, so now here are the different types of microcontroller boards. So basically whenever I say microcontroller board, so I mean to this Arduino board. So in this Arduino, so this is a Arduino Nano board. Okay, so this Nano has SMD components on this board. Okay, SMD components means surface mount devices. So surface mount devices usually being placed on the surface and they do not do a through hole contact. So for example, you can see this board, this is our Arduino Uno board. So here is the microcontroller. The microcontroller is Atmega 328. So this is a DIP package, dual inline package. So this is called dual inline package, and also a through hole. So look, so the component is here, but the soldering is done on the other side. This is called through hole components. So but that's not the case in this board. You can see the microcontroller over here. The microcontroller is soldered here itself. Okay, so these terminals are not traveled on the other side, and you can also see a interfacing IC. This is MAX 232 IC, which is used to interface the Arduino Nano with the computer. And so let me also explain you all the pins, what and all things are there on this board and what are things on this and on this. So this is the interfacing port. It is widely used to interface with the computer. So then this is the microcontroller. So this microcontroller is also Atmega 328. So here is the crystal oscillator, which is the heart of the microcontroller for this microcontroller. So then we have a reset button. So this reset button is used to reset the program. So if we see the program is not working as expected, so at that time whenever we press this reset button, the program will start from first. And here these are the resistors. These are called SMD resistors, and these are the LEDs. We know that whenever a LED is connected, you need to place a resistor in series, or else a LED will be break down. So a resistor is placed here and 4 LEDs are placed here. So these 4 LEDs have different job. So whenever the programming is going on, this RX and TX LEDs will be turned on. This is the power LED and this is a built-in LED on the board. So what's the use of this built-in LED on the board? So if we want to check whether our microcontroller is working or not, if we want to see whether our microcontroller is programming or not, or if you want to see it's accepting the signals from the computer or not, so at that time we can dump a basic program into this, which is a LED blink program. So this will have a LED built-in module into that program. So whenever we dump that program into this module, this LED will start blinking. So if this LED is blinking, how the time delay, how we have programmed it, so then it is considered that this microcontroller is working fine. So then we also have these pins. These pins are called Berg sticks. There are two types of Berg sticks. One is male Berg sticks, another one is female Berg sticks. These are the female Berg sticks and these are the male Berg sticks. And here we also have a regulator, that is a 3.3 volts of regulator. In this microcontroller we are supposed to give 5 volts. If more than 5 volts is given to this microcontroller might break. Break means get damaged. So here is a 3.3 volts regulator. This 3.3 volts regulator provides a 3.3 volts voltage to this microcontroller board. So this can be used for different applications, for heartbeat sensor or any of the sensors which accept only 3.3 volts voltage. So this is about Arduino Nano. So next I'll be explaining about Arduino Uno. So what's the difference between an Arduino Uno and Arduino Nano? So in Arduino Uno, we know that everything is a DIP package, dual inline package and through hole. So in this there is one extra application. This can be powered on with any of the power supplies. So if the power supply, if you have an adapter which is of more than 5 or 6 volts, you can power on this Arduino and without the help of a UART cable, you can make the program work. You can make this Arduino board as a standalone board. Okay. So you can also use a UART serial communication port to program it, to run the program and also to debug the program. But if you are using a DC jack and making the project work or program work, so at that time you cannot debug the program, you can just see the working of the program. So in this I'll just explain you few of the components. So this is the CP210X IC. So this is also a serial communication IC which says you it's a Arduino Nano, Arduino Uno board in the microcontroller. So here we have a 5 volts regulator. Here we have a 5 volts regulator. So this 5 volts regulator is used to maintain a 5 volts voltage for the microcontroller. This is a crystal oscillator. So this is a UART connector. Here is a reset button. This is a reset button. And here there are two capacitors which are used to stabilize the voltage. So if there is any fluctuations in the input voltage, this will give you a stabilization. So then this is a Atmega 328 microcontroller, and so then we have this female Berg sticks here. These are the female Berg sticks. This is the power supply section, this is the analog section, and this is the digital section. In this digital section we have two pins, those are TX and RX. So these TX and RX are serial communication pins. Apart from these two pins, all the other pins are digital IO pins. So you can give input as well as you can take the output. Here also in this analog pins, if you declare it as an analog pin in the program, it will act as an analog pin. If you declare these pins as a digital pins in the program, it will act as a digital pin. This is the advantage of the Arduino. So that is why the Arduino came up so gradually and ruled all over the market. And this microcontroller has 3 LEDs, RX, TX and light. So here is a this is also a power LED as well as a programming LED. So whenever we want to check the microcontroller whether it's working fine or not, we dump any simple program and we can check this LED is blinking or not. Whenever we program it, these two LEDs will blink. So there is another one power on LED which is placed over here. So this is about Arduino and this is Nano. So these two are majorly used devices, but there is a drawback in these two microcontrollers. So this has approximately 21 IO pins. This has approximately 21 IO pins, but this has 20 IO pins. Arduino Uno has 20 IO pins, including the analog pins. But here we have a Arduino Mega board. So this Mega board has 53 IO pins, which is very extreme end. Okay. So if any of our projects have many number of connections to be placed, so at that time we can use this Arduino Mega board. This Mega board also have the upper body similar to Arduino Uno. It has the USB connector, DC connector, UART connector, regulator, and serial 16 megahertz crystal oscillator, serial communication of CP210X interfacing IC, then two capacitors. This is all similar to the Arduino. So apart from this, we have a Atmega 2560 microcontroller, which is much more advanced microcontroller compared to Atmega 328. So this has somewhere around 80 pins, 80 input output pins. So in this power supply pins are included, reference pins are included, 3.3 volts pins are included, ground pins are included, analog pins are included, digital pins are included, everything is included in this microcontroller. So this is the one microcontroller which is placed in between, and all the wires you can see are gone to the different wires. So in this is the reset button, this is the same power on LED. We also have 3 LEDs here, RX, TX and light. So this is to check the board is working or not. So this is about Arduino Mega. This Arduino Mega boards can do a lot more functions compared to Arduino Uno, and the memory, the RAM, ROM compared to these two boards, it has more. Okay. So in my next class I'll say you what is the RAM of this Arduino Nano, what is the RAM of this, what is the RAM of this, what is the storage of this, what is the storage of this, and what is the storage of this, what are the applications, and what is the data lines which it can store, how many bits of data, how many lines of program this can store, and this can store. So in this video I will end up here by concluding that so Arduino is a development boards which get interface with the software as well as the hardware, and there are different types of Arduino boards which we usually use to make our projects. It depends on the necessity. So if my project has many number of input and output pins, so at that time I have to use this board. If my project has limited number of input and output pins, I can go for Arduino Uno. If I have a space complications, at that time I can go for Arduino Nano. So all these three things give a very good scope in the further projects. Thank you.